Hi, Paul Callaway here. What I want to do is I want to share with you a really important training module here to help you out. Normally I'd share this kind of stuff with only my coaching and mentoring clients, but I really want to help you out a bit here. And this video isn't meant to scare you or create some sort of weird fear or anything like that. It's meant to inform you of what's really happening behind the scenes in the online business and marketing scene right now. If you're building or scaling your business due to a lack of conversions with your marketing efforts or with getting more quality leads. You know, not bad people, but just bad quality applications. Or the return on your paid ads from social media has been a disaster. Or all your referral traffic in terms of like when you go to a meetup is terrible. Or it's just a lot of the problem of trying to figure out what's going on. I just want to help inform you and help understand why these things are happening. And then it really helps us make some more progress on the discovery call together, because then I don't have to explain a lot of this stuff to you on the call. You'll have gotten it already from this video. You'll understand it, so we'll be able to make a lot of progress when we chat here together, hopefully very soon on our scheduled call. Now, what I want to do is help you understand that there's a lot of gurus out there teaching stuff. Not that it's not true, but it just really doesn't work. It's like cold calling, you know what I mean? Like technically cold calling can work, but do you really want to do it? I didn't think so, and same here. So what I want to do is help you understand the massive shift in the online business development and marketing industry. And there's 3 phases. And we're in phase 3 right now. And if I can just help you understand what's going on, it's going to enlighten you a lot into why you always feel like everything you do fails or doesn't work as well as you want, or why you're working so hard to not get the results you should have to help take care of your family or your finances, so your life is the way you want it, and why you're always feeling like you're just chasing the next thing. And it's like running on a treadmill, that the incline on the treadmill just keeps getting steeper and steeper, and your struggles to move forward keep getting harder and harder, and your results keep getting worse and worse. So let's step back in time a bit so I can share with you my experience and what I've learned. I originally got started online with my business in 1998 to 2008. And what happened back in 1998 to about 2009, when I first started, it was all about search engine optimization back then for helping you grow your business and getting clients or getting your online sales to grow. It was easy, right? For my original online business, I would simply create web pages and would submit the pages using these software tools and submit them to the top 10 search engines at the time. And I'd get a bump in my website visits and some people interested in my business within days. It was super easy. And then Google AdWords was the next thing added. And that was easy too. And it was cheap. 5 cents to get a click, 15 cents to get 1 new subscriber, or about 1 new email for every 3 clicks. It was insane. And back then, getting high-ticket clients was easy. It was basically if you showed up, then you were making money because you're like the only person out there. It was like if you've ever seen the movie The Founder, starring Michael Keaton as Ray Kroc, all about when they were starting the McDonald's franchises. It was like if you were there, you're making money. And really, the theme of this first phase was if you show up, you can just get clients or sales. It was kind of like the start of the housing boom, for example, when everything was easy. I remember that if you bought a house, wow, this was easy, life is good. And then what happened in about 2009 is when phase 2 started, right about then. And that lasted until about 2015. And what happened here was that SEO became oversaturated. Everybody started getting search engine rankings and started getting hard. And this was also the season in which blogging started to come online in a big way. And a lot of black hat, illegal SEO stuff started to happen. So it got really oversaturated and it got really hard. And then what happened next was the Google AdWords got really expensive. Those clicks that were 5 cents were now $1 or $2. And so a lot of the people running business models that didn't have a high profit margin or high conversion rate were gone, wiped out and wiped off the internet, and went back to doing jobs, literally gone in a short time. In some cases, it didn't take long at all, because right around that time started the Google slap, where Google would just wipe out your account if they didn't like something you did, because they didn't need you anymore. They're big, and there's a lineup for miles of people who wanted to use AdWords, and Google just didn't care about you. Same as search engine optimization, SEO started doing all these algorithm changes, and it really got bad, and really hard, and really scary. However, then something happened. Facebook ads started right about that time, or maybe a little before that. But then the technology got better and you could run ads, and ads were cheap. So it was more like the days of Google AdWords when people were converting. The conversion rate was really high, and it was like, okay, it's all right. SEO is oversaturated, AdWords are too expensive, but Facebook ads are working well. It's all okay. And then also the new tool boom made online sales and client getting easy. And so what happened was Infusionsoft came out about then, and they literally created this industry of tools, and engines like Lead Pages and ClickFunnels started to show up, as well as various other simple WordPress plugins, all these kinds of things. And it was like, wow, it was easy. Things like go-go days started to get good, and everything started to go. The theme of the season was, if you can set up some tools and get on Facebook, you can get high-ticket clients and sales. This was back in the days when online business managers were running ads straight to Facebook fan pages and just getting prospects to like their page, and that would get people to find their way to everything else being offered. They would organically become a client or purchase some products. It was super easy at that time. It was like in the middle of the housing bubble. I remember when my wife and I got our first house. We bought it, and in a short time, as our family kept growing larger, we needed to get a bigger house. So we were able to sell our first house and make a nice profit. And we felt, boy, that was easy. I guess we're kind of good at this. And this was the season when a lot of the gurus, the one-trick pony gurus, were starting to come on the scene saying, hey, look at me, I'm an expert. I can show you how to do all these amazing things with your online business. But all they really had done to get their results was ride the online bubble at that time and built their coaching and consulting businesses on cheap clicks. There really wasn't any substance to their systems. So it was like that old Warren Buffett quote where he says, you can always tell who's wearing swim trunks when the tide goes out. And this was kind of the same thing. And then, boom, something happened and things started to change. In about 2015, we really saw things change big time into what I would call the beginning of Phase 3. And Phase 3 so far is still going strong up till now. And here's what happened. Facebook ads were not a secret anymore, and they got expensive. Like, at the end of the day, there are people who get great cost for clicks, who get cheap clicks and conversions, but it's all relative because there's no undiscovered markets left on Facebook. And if there are, we don't want to be in it because there's no money in it, or somebody would have already figured it out by now. And so this model of getting clients and making sales from Facebook was no longer a secret. And a lot of people were piling up on Facebook trying to get clients and sales. And it's very scary because the money clients are more skeptical because they've been burned. They've tested and gone through a variety of programs with other people. They've invested time and money in other systems, and they've been burned. And so they're very skeptical for a good reason, and they've become more sophisticated because of it. And now most online business coaches and consultants have the same tools. Everyone's got some version of ClickFunnels or Lead Pages or this or that. So everything is starting to look the same. And it's really getting hard for people to differentiate themselves online. And I ask people all the time, why would somebody want to work with you over all the other options that there are in the market, directly or indirectly, when a lot of them are cheaper, or they could possibly provide more testimonials or offer longer service agreements? Why would somebody choose to work with you? And I'm not saying this to you, but this is something I ask, and very few people have the answer. And that's what we're going to have to fix on our call and make sure that you're in a good place and that we have you in a good place so you can effectively deal with this and not have to get wiped out or not get going at all. And the know, like, and trust model, the free information model, is virtually dead. I mean, think about it. Like I said, back in 2005 through 2009 or 10, I remember being subscribed to these blog readers. And when they posted a new blog post, it was like, oh, wow, they've posted a new blog post. And I'd print it out and read the whole thing, or PDF documents, downloadable PDFs or ebooks and stuff. I do the same thing. I remember, like it was yesterday, printing these things out, feeling so impressed and amazed and saying, wow, how did they do this? But now, you know, if you send people too much of this stuff, they're going to be like, what are you sending me all this stuff for? I don't have time to read all your blog posts or your free videos or this or that. And the whole model is shifted. It's gotten really scary. And the buyer sophistication cycle is at warp speed. And what's happening to people are now seeing ads get worse clicks on Facebook, no matter what images they're using. They're seeing bigger issues happen with landing pages getting worse responses, less show-ups from their webinars, less people are opening their emails, less people are focused with them on their high-ticket offers. More prospects are saying, oh, I've got to think about it. You know, I like your stuff, but I've got to get back to you on this one. And they're hopping into calls with everyone under the sun, and this kind of of online activity, it's continuing to increase at warp speed. And so not only that, but there's no cheap lead source right now on the horizon. And that's scary. So remember when I showed you how once SEO started getting beat up a bit by the algorithms, and then you had Google AdWords get so expensive, then Facebook showed up, right? I remember that season very well. I was thinking, oh no, this is really getting expensive. And I was still doing okay on Google, but I failed terribly on Facebook for about 1.5 years. And so I made my living online with Google and banner ads and stuff, and did pretty well. However, there's no cheap alternative on the horizon right now to replace Facebook. So for example, there's nothing out there in the industry or on the internet that's a rival to Facebook that offers cheap clicks. None. Like, you would really have trouble naming even one. Sure, there's a few small sites, but they don't have the targeting, they don't have the capacity or the power. And so all of this hooked together has really created a sad and scary theme, which is you're in big trouble unless you can attract money clients or customers. And so a lot has happened here, and it's kind of like the housing crash. Did people make it through? Yes, very much so. There's been a lot of millions made in every downturn. And I'm not saying that this is a downturn market, but what I'm saying is it's starting to implode. And we're kind of right here on the graph. And some people are going to succeed and really take their business to the next level. But others are going to suffer and maybe even go out of business in a few months to a year and destroy everything, which will cost them their family's future or their financial future. And quite frankly, it's very scary. And so I just really want to make sure you understand what's going on out there so we can talk on the call about how to prevent all of that from happening to you. So you don't have to, like a lot of people, they just stick their head in the sand and they think they're just somehow, if they get some new tools or something, that'll just fix everything. And look, if you were trying to get across a really fast river, for example, with rocky rapids and a huge undertow, if you get caught in the extreme pull of that undertow, it's like swoosh, you're getting washed right down that river, out of control. And that's what's going on, which it is. And if all you're thinking is, well, I'm out there on those rapids with my canoe, all I have to do is get a bigger paddle, well, that's not going to fix the problem. You're just going to get shot right over a huge waterfall somewhere down the line, no matter how hard you paddle. So what we've got to do instead is to really fix your online business so that you don't shoot over the waterfall and get taken right out by this third phase on the market that we're now in, and that you'll actually thrive and can build and scale your business to the next level. Add another 10, 20, 50, or even $100,000 a month to your business without a lot more work. In fact, by working less, making more money and being a lot more profitable. In this phase 3 I've told you about, say about 2015 on forward, the most savvy in the know entrepreneurs have made more money since 2015 than they made all together from 2003 to 2014. So they're making more money now, working less, getting better results than ever before, in spite of all this. So we're going to figure it out for you and map out your custom plan that works best for you. But I just wanted to make sure you got this so you can realize there is hope. You don't need to shut down your business or go back to like spamming people on LinkedIn or, like blogging all day long or going to networking events that you hate or private messaging everybody on Facebook to become your friend and you tell them they should buy something from you or whatever it is you're doing that you hate. It's not really working very well anyway. I want to encourage you that there is hope. We can fix this. There is a system that works to get a lot of leads from paid traffic, like on Facebook. So you have no excuse because you already know my story. I was trained as a physical therapist and traded time for dollars for far too many years, getting into hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt and working 60 to 80 hours per week for over 20 years, trying to build my traditional physical therapy business before I transitioned and evolved into a personal and business development coach and mentor like I am today. And so you have no excuse. I had everything going against me. So if I can do this, you can do this too. And like I said before in my webinar, the number one skill, I'm going to leave you with this, that you could possibly have to take care of your family, to pay off your debt, to fill up your retirement savings so you won't retire broke and you can leave a legacy you're proud of. So you can stop attracting garbage quality leads and instead add that 10, 20, 30, 50,000 a month or more that should have already been in your bank account by now. The number one skill to get there is turning paid traffic into profitable customers or clients. Because if you can do that and do it again and again repeatedly, you'll be able to take care of every situation in your life that you're trying to get out of and fix most every business related problem that you don't want and create the life you want. And if you have a family, you know you're worthy of and help the right clients and only work with the people who will pay you what you and your products and services are actually worth and make a lot of money doing it. So I'm really excited to talk to you on our scheduled call, and I hope this training video has been helpful just to help you kind of get the backstory on what's going on so that we can really dig into how to fix it in the personal context of your business and your life. All right? I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening and take care.